Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to an SP Reacts, where today we have ourselves a track from an act named AmityVill, titled Unholy Spirits. And if we switch over to here, I've reviewed AmityVill in the past. It's good to revisit their work. Apparently, I have reviewed their entire project for the AmityVill Horror Show 3. It's great to explore musicians and to listen to more of their stuff and see. I think this is a music video from a track off of that album, though, to be fair. We're going to listen through this track from start to finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's do it. The YouTube video. Let's go. Produced by Ryan Buttons Williams and directed by Douglas A. Plomitayo.
Hey Elena, do you want to go see Daddy?
Yeah, baby, what's up?
Can we talk to Daddy?
Gone over this. You know he's gone.
We can connect to him.
Baby, you know it takes a lot of work to do that.
Please.
You really want to see him? Okay. Right, so just give me a few and I'll get ready, okay?
Okay.
Alright, you guys ready?
I appreciate the effort
Think really
with the cinematic
hard
feel.
about Daddy, okay?
right here.
Okay. Think really hard about Daddy? How much you want to see Daddy, okay? Alright, so we're gonna say what we need to say? Okay, we'll try as hard as we can, alright? Okay, ready? Alright. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, we resurrect you, the power of three. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, we resurrect you, the power of three. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, we resurrect you, the power of three. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, ghostly hollows whisper.
That sub bass.
Unholy Spirit,
Foley.
blessed be, we resurrect you, the power of three.
Unholy Spirits, blessed be, resurrected.
I remember this track now. Yeah, no, I remember it now.
Power of three, the ghostly hollows whisper to me. Kill them all, set me free. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, I'm resurrected by my power of three. The ghostly hollows whisper to me. Kill them all, set me free. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, I'm resurrected.
An extension of the theme.
The ghostly hollows whisper to me. Kill them all, set me free. Since I've been sinning with Satan, all of my insults getting blatant. I've been running out of patience, abnormal like the gated in the basement. You better not let us out the cages, not unless you wanna know how to rage us. I know I ain't none of your favorites. It's time not kill them with the basics. Clear your vision like it's LASIK. I'm the only one giving out faceless. So out of this world like spaceships. I'm watching that's alienated. It's the return of the dead. Then you already know it's your brain that I'm craving. So no more waiting. I'ma say fuck you. I ain't playing when I say this. Now all this started living cold-hearted. You know who the hardest is from the artist. Never been harmless. Represent darkness from the land of the heartless. Regardless, carcass ripped apart by a harvest. Horror departments. All about maximum carnage. Just like Thomas Heartless. I don't know where my heart is. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, I'm resurrected by my power of three. The ghostly hollows whisper to me. Kill them all, set me free. Holy Spirits, blessed be, I'm resurrected by my power of three. Ghostly hollows whisper to me. Kill them all, set me free. Unholy Spirits, blessed be, I'm resurrected.
There's a real sense of creepiness about the livery, you know what I mean?
The ghostly hollows whisper to me. Kill them all, set me free.
That's it? That was so short. Dude, it flew by. That's fantastic. Well done. We're going to talk about this track more in the conclusion. And so welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track from an act named AmityVill, titled Unholy Spirits. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say that I did really enjoy the music video here. I appreciated the story that was told at the start with the kids and the mom sort of like summoning Amityville from the dead. Then them having that sort of like kind of ghostly, spooky, sort of misty feel there, almost like, something terrible has occurred there to sort of like give people facelifts, and that they've got no fucks to give. And it's tremendous. And I just appreciate the actual environment, the atmosphere. That is kind of what you want and need from an audiovisual experience. You want to have more than you would from just the actual sort of song itself. So I think the track is about, about being summoned back, having been sort of like sat with Satan, and sort of like you're here to kind of make sure that people don't forget you on your return there. They're wondering whether heart is there here to take people's brains, like the return of the dead. Effectively, I think how it relates to their actual rapping is that they are not here to do this in halves. They are effectively here to sort of lay down the law of the land and sort of take what's theirs. And I just think it's kind of nice to sort of maybe approach, like, if it has been a while since they've released stuff, as like a comeback thing, or if they did like take a break or whatever to return to like the game. I think it's fantastic. But their flow indicates, because one of the things I like about this track is the variety of different ways that they communicate. It's not just that they can rap well with various expressions and phrasings within the stanzas in a way that you can hear all the words coherently. It's very easy to sort of follow along to what's going on, despite the fact that it's very quick. It's also the way that we communicate with a sense of sort of like drama, that kind of acting, that charisma there, the different ways we sort of say the group of three, etc. Three, the power of three. The way that he kind of repeats that line there that was uttered in that first sort of chorus section there. It's very kind of unsettling just how much they commit to the bit. It's very theatrical, but it's convincing. And so you not only have a really sort of competent technical performance, you have someone who is really providing that full sort of sense of expression there in a way that's commercial grade at the very least. I think another thing I appreciate about this track is the drama from the backing with the choir vocals there. The interesting sort of like this, the kind of the stabbiness, the sharpness, the percussion there with the alternative sort of like kind of clicks or like stabs on the offbeats there. The bass sort of nice and refined in the low end, but also with a sense of edge to it. And you've got this kind of sad sounding synthesizer, this sort of like string shit I say in the background, which indicates a sense of loss there, with the keys playing minor arpeggios there to really set the mood there. So it's not a super aggressive sounding track. It's just more like, it's almost like it's a supernatural, like there's a sense of danger, but it's only like things have just begun, if that makes sense. And then you've got the bell tolling for thee as well, like that, which indicates that, you need to start running because you're in danger. It's great how we have the approach with the vocals, and not just with the actual competency of the rapping and sort of like performance itself, but also the kind of like show of it, but also how that is reflected within the intensity of the themes and the actual instrumental choices and melodies and harmonies issued throughout. Not all the time in bits, which makes it more effective. I think finally it's just the structure of the track as well. It's not a long piece, and it's a 3-minute 53 video, and the first 120 of it is the setup with the kids and the mom sort of doing the ritual. And I think that's honestly what you need. And here it is a rewarding experience. You have the chorus and then the verse with the double-sided verse there, maybe with like a verse and then like a bridge or iteration of that, or a variety. You have the storytelling component with the context reintroduced at the end. And that's all you really need. It almost amounts to almost becomes a through composed piece in a weird sort of sense there. It's nice to not feel that we need to be inside a box, that we can, again, add more to the experience to make it more intriguing for listeners. And I do feel you get a different experience again than you would just listening to the track, which is good. But ultimately, I feel like this is a step in the right direction for Amityville. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to listen through it, because this is my review of this track from an act named Amityville, titled Unholy Spirits, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please go show them some love via their various social medias and their YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time. Oh, there's one more thing. Just before I go, I wanted to give a shout out to the fact that the song wasn't too loud. Now, that may sound like a weird thing. Like, don't get me wrong, they've mixed and mastered it to a point where I'm really happy with. But it doesn't feel like they're trying to smash it. It's almost like with movies, with cinema, you don't have the audio pushed a lot of the time. There's variation to there's a dynamic range, there's a ceiling that's like, you don't have it kind of screaming at you. There's suspense. And part of why I like the fact that this track can breathe is because it kind of feels like I'm watching a movie. if that makes sense. And that it's really sort of compelling. But stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next SP Reacts. Spiderhands out.